The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A toss play, Gordon. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Down, 18 Gator.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 38, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Gordon. And an alley to run. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
To throw again. Eason. It's caught. Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw. Eason. And he finds Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Set, 30 base. Hey, wahoo! You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Deep river.
From the gun, Eason. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, team 6.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 15 now, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A big play there by Gordon. Give him 58 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Able to get this to Gordon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Badgley able to punch this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field. Go!
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run it again with Kamara. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Switch. Protein spill. Watch the whip. Fight.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason looking long for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 60 or. Watch the curl.
Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 10. It's Williams on the catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. He's got Smith here. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the safety creep. Check, check. Right.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Eason. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop. Here we go.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home
next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their